All right, welcome back to Drunk Peers Review Beers. Today we're going to be having Sierra Nevada's Pale Ale, handcrafted in the Chico, California It's out of Chico, California, and Mills River, North Carolina.
Shout out to Chico. Hopefully you guys cured your deer problem and you're not hitting them on the highway every 10 minutes.
Yeah. All right, so the Pale Ale in your hand is sparked with American craft beer revolution, bold and complex with pine and citrus notes from whole cone Cascade hops.
Okay.
This Pale Ale was first brewed in 1980 and introduced a generation to glory of hops. Our Pale Ale is still a classic Sierra Nevada brewing company. It's still 100% family owned, operated, and argued over. And I can tell you that I've had this before, and you can definitely taste the pine in it.
Okay.
And there's definitely there's the cone taste. It feels like...
Well, if you're a true Oregonian, you've chewed on a pine cone or two in your life.
Yeah.
Although they probably weren't real pine cones, they were probably fir cones.
They're cedars.
My bad, cedars. I thought cedars had the little pokey bead thing.
Yeah, they're not real cones. Fun fact, though, the cones are actually a fruit.
No joke.
We should do a segment called "Hang Out with the Horticulturist" and stuff that you'll never use again in life.
Brian,
dude, what is with your?
I'm just curious to how much.
What is going with your pouring?
I'm curious. I do it on purpose. I want to know how much carbonation's in the beer.
I feel bad for your wife. How did you ever romance her with that hand?
This is why she's always pregnant.
You just go all out.
Yeah.
There it is. It smells like a pine forest.
Does it?
Yeah.
What?
We're going to have to do 2 segments. Just one so you can look at it and 2 so you can drink it.
This first segment's called Watch Brian's Bubbles Pop.
It is, it's 5.6%. Pretty average for a Pale Ale. Handcrafted.
Handcrafted. What does that mean necessarily? Does that mean they don't use machines for anything? It's all made by hand? How is it handcrafted? Tell me. What are you doing that's different than what everyone else is doing?
The pine cones were hand milled.
Oh, they need them?
Yes.
Did they need them?
Yes, they buttered them, churned them.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
You still have half the bottle left.
I just want to know how much carbonation's in the beer.
You love your foam.
Bubbles!
Did you get enough there?
It was all head. I gotta tell you though, that head is effing tasty.
It's clean.
It is very clean.
It's got a nice clean taste to it. You can definitely tell. You can definitely smell the citrus, taste of citrus, and the...
Ooh, I like it.
You can definitely tell the pine in it.
I quite like it. It's very bitter,
yes.
Especially after previously we had reviewed a porter or a stout. Excuse me. This is much more bitter, but it's not a bitter that I can't handle. I actually kind of enjoy it.
It's good. It's a good all year beer.
You keep saying the word "good," but you can't find any descriptive word to go along with it, which leads me to believe this isn't necessarily one that you really care for.
Well, my tummy's been out of commission since last week, so nothing's really settling well right now.
I know you had your gallbladder removed. You're always bringing it up.
How do you think I process alcohol, son?
Through the butthole, like most people do.
You and your gallbladder. Just living life over there.
Pretty soon the double gallbladder CP is going to come after me.
Dude, you better be careful. We're going to come after you. We're like 13 people strong.
You're all half of people, so you've had parts cut out.
Thanks for being a dick. I hope your head never goes away. Oh my goodness.
I find it delicious. I love the color as well. That's what a beer should look like. soft orange glow with a nice brown hue at the top.
It definitely isn't. It doesn't have that manufactured look of Coors Light or Bud Light.
It looks like some Lipton Orange Pico tea. This reminds me of like Duck Dynasty. I just want to see Uncle what's his face sitting there like.
Phil, Cy?
Uncle Cy, yeah. Like, I got 3 teeth in my head because it's 90% sugar.
I was out in Vietnam. I wrestled tigers. True story, I'm sure. The Duck Dynasty is not staged at all.
No, definitely.
Real.
They definitely
100%.
never scripted any of that.
It's good.
I gotta admit, scripted or not, it had its funny moments.
It had it. Well, especially the first couple seasons.
Yeah, before they came out as crazy lunatic
Walmart people.
religious types, you know.
Their first season was the best season. By far.
Yeah, it was, for sure. And I feel like it was far less scripted, or at least came off less scripted.
Or they're better actors, I don't know.
Hey, I want to know, Sierra Nevada, did you ever think someone would be having a side discussion about the show Duck Dynasty where they drink your pine handcrafted ale from Chico, California?
And should Brian and I grow beards? Let's
grow beers.
Beers.
Pretty soon we're going to get our own brewing kit, and
Yes.
we will mail you out free samples if that's not illegal. If
Fun.
it is, private message. Slide my DMs.
You get my DM.
You just get deep in them DMs.
And I'll get all up in your business. Business. As Ludacris would say.
So it feels like, I feel like with this one you go get a handful of hops, chuck it in.
Bam. A lot of citrus.
3 pine trees, and you saw them
3.
motherfuckers up, and you throw all that in. Because there's some pine flavor.
I feel like this should be the Portland Timbers beer instead of the Widmer Brothers.
Is that theirs?
Yeah, it's the
Widmer Brothers?
Oh my goodness.
Well, they're one of the biggest breweries.
It's their Hefeweizen.
Okay, got it.
That's their official beer, the Portland Timbers. I think this should be, but this isn't from Oregon, I guess. California team.
That is why.
The LA Galaxy, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
David Beckham made it so they all drink pints of some shit.
Hello, governor. Throw another soccer in the
his
goal.
prime, David Beckham could kick it like some insane distance. He could kick a soccer ball into a stop sign. He was so accurate.
I totally thought you were going to go into a sexual reference there.
We can get into the Posh Spice stuff if you want.
Oh my goodness.
I could get into some Posh Spice stuff.
What do you think that's like?
I'm like, my wife watches 1 in every 10 videos, so this one's probably fun. Let's get into it.
Are we going? Are we going there? She scares me.
Sierra,
but in a hot way. She gives me a fear boner. Mom, I hope you're not watching.
Sierra Nevada, I apologize.
Yes. Fear.
We have previously reviewed your porter, which I quite enjoyed, and I actually liked
That was
this
a good
pale
porter.
ale
That was surprisingly good porter. I thought you guys were just a pale ale team, and your porter was delicious.
No, your porter wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, we'll cut out the fear boner stuff.
Yeah, well, you can't cut it out. I mean, it's 13 inches.
It's here.
It's huge.
13
huge.
centimeters.
My bad.
On a good day. Good grief.
Centimeters is just shy of an inch, right?
I don't know. I'm American.
It's like every time you chat with an Indian guy online, he tells you how big he is, you like have to convert.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
dude. Oh my goodness, it's the worst. Or poundage.
It weighs 7 stone. Like I don't even know what that means, but it sounds huge.
What is that? I look like a boulder. Does that count for
I
something?
think it's like every 14 pounds. We sound like such redneck Americans, which I hope because we fit the bill.
Yes, because we're American.
Timber unity.
Yes.
You don't see Sierra Nevada. No, they probably vote
They
Democrats.
probably would. But we love them all. We'll drink beer from everybody, except for Nazis.
Yeah, I ain't trying to go no internment camp beers that you made in your toilet.
Toilet wine should be a thing.
It's the swigability on it's not really
It's not
high.
good.
But it can be done. It is very carbonated and very hoppy and citrusy and piney.
So it's got a lot of flavor.
It's a lot, yeah. It's a ton of flavor.
For a I'm assuming it's a mass-produced beer because I see it everywhere. Yeah. It's got a lot of flavor.
It's like if you went up to a machine that serves Sprite soda on what do you call that? The fountain drinks?
Yeah.
And then just suck the pouch of the fountain drink of that lemon lime. That's how citrusy this shit is on the tongue.
Like a guinea pig in the cage with a little water.
I feel like someone's got a Ginsu knife and just lemons.
We'll talk about that later. That's our next segment.
Ginsu knives?
Yes.
We're going to review those. Do they really cut through a quarter?
It's going to be just me and Brian cutting fruit with no talking. It's going to be a silent film.
Slice and dice.
Slice and dice. No, it is. There's a lot of flavor, especially like I said, I'm assuming it's a mass-produced beer because it's everywhere. It is a good beer. I'm not necessarily the biggest pale ale fan. I think my taste, I'm going to give it. I'll give it a 7 flat. But I'm not a pale ale guy.
Okay. I'm going to give it probably like a 6.5. Or we're talking flavor, excuse me.
Yeah,
I'm going to go 7.5 on flavor.
Boom.
I was going to say 6.5 on marketing. Sierra Nevada has a very, I don't want to say generic, but a generalized look that they do for most of their beers. They kind of just switch the color, maybe the scenery in the background.
Yes.
But not a lot of change, but it's recognizable. And, marketing I think is solid, but not anything that jumps out at you.
But the thing that I like about them is they're classic. They do stay the same. However, it is something that does catch your eye. And maybe just because it's the kind of lime green color, but I do like their marketing. I like their label.
Yep.
To me, it's something that always, when I'm looking in the beer aisle, always catch Sierra Nevada Pale Ale or their...
It's recognizable, so there is that, like, what it is, so it is jump off the shelf at you in that way.
Yep.
And I agree with everything you're saying. It's classic, it's recognizable, They've done a very good job marketing like that. Just this day and age, you have so many of these microbreweries putting out, like, full-on, like, artist pictures for their marketing on their cans and bottles that it's getting to be a lot to compete with.
I think Sierra Nevada, though, has a good brand.
They're
solid.
Very good brand.
They've been around for a while now.
It's classy looking, too. It's more like a wine.
They're original. I can't remember when they're first established in 1980, so my guess is they're probably one of the original kind of the microbrews of the, kind of the beer revolution we had in the 90s, early 2000s.
True. Very, very true. They started this hipster movement that if you don't like, sorry, but it's here to stay.
It's apparently we have brewers.
It's kind of like how when you were a kid, these people that hate on this, you had Coca-Cola Classic, and now they have Vanilla Coke, Orange Vanilla Coke, Cherry Vanilla Coke. Lots of vanilla in there, but point is, they came up with all these flavors off of the classic thing.
Yes.
That's sort of what microbrews do. And so I get that it's a turn-off to some of those people that have always drank their beer, their type of beer that they like.
I know for brewers it's a bit of a destination.
Branch out a little, try it.
I know for brewers it's a destination. I mean, the Sierra Nevada it's a big time.
The
brewery.
fact that they churn out as many barrels a year as they do, it's like you may as well be a domestic brewery.
Especially for still being family owned.
That's
pretty cool.
That's awesome. I mean, the Ford company's family owned, and they're still also a giant corporation. So
there's that. But at least they became a giant corporation through their family.
I'm just glad
that selling out.
I'm just glad that the Dodge brothers still own Dodge and not Fiat.
I can't drink beers that sell out to bigger beer companies.
You can't?
No.
Oh, I can. Allegiant, Salute the Sun, Suck My Dick. That shit's good.
That was sarcasm, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Good grief.
My bad. You don't actually have to suck my dick. I was just like checking in, seeing, like, taking the polls.
What?
Huh?
What
do you give it as an overall beer? Marketing, flavor, swingability?
I really like their marketing. Marketing, I give it a 9.
Okay.
What I give their taste, a 7. I'm going to give it a 7.8 overall.
See, I'm going to up my marketing as well, listening to your description. It's kind of a turn off to me when they carbon copy everything, but I also get it from the standpoint of you've been around since 1980 and it's recognizable. You've already built this brand, so when you come out of new flavors of things, you're not looking to completely redo the branding. You're going to sell it based off people know you make a good product. So I get it.
Well, I mean, like you said, it's like Coke uses their same logo for everything.
Yes.
Yeah, they throw in a vanilla or a diet or whatever.
They have different kinds, but it's very much the same marketing.
But it's the same. It's different colors, but it's still the same Coke symbol. Same with Pepsi.
Yep.
So that way it's recognizable, and there's always the crazy offshoots like the Lightning sodas,
Dr. Lightning,
Mellow Yellows, and
all the good stuff. The Safeway Select, Cola,
the Dr. Poopers.
All right,
it's a solid beer. I like it. I think you should try it.
You should.
You get our recommendation. And if you like us, like, comment, and subscribe.
Do them. All of them.
Drunk Peers review beers, and we're definitely getting towards the drunk side.
Daydream Nation Network.
Yeah, son.